Hey YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Happy Friday to everyone watching my channel. I want to know what you guys think. A couple of people are asking me if I should do maybe a radio show type blog, you know, like a nice radio show, something edited, just audio with a couple of pictures in the background. Let me know if you guys want that. I'll talk about housing, crap that's happening. Not really news, but more discussion, and I could answer your comments on my show. Let me know. I wouldn't mind trying it out for a bit, see how it goes. Just generic talk. Anyways, I got this one here, man. I'm pretty... What is this, man? Here, hover over postal code. Let me see if I could get this thing back the way it was. Give me a sec here, guys. Let me maybe zoom in. What's wrong with this thing? There it is. Okay, so we're looking for Toronto. Okay, watch this, guys. This was sent to me the other day by somebody. One of my subscribers sent me this and giving me this to look at, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, average loan to ratio income, loan to income ratio, TDS, total debt service rate, whatever you want to call it, 300%. Look at that, 300 to 350. Look at this, 450. And there's even a darker color here that's not even on this damn legend. So could someone explain to me who the hell is giving these people this money? Okay, who is financing this? Let me go back to the top here of the, that's the top of the article, okay? So, sorry, I'm getting, here it is. More people are buying Toronto real estate that shouldn't. And half are at risk of defaulting. Are you freaking serious? One, who's lending the people this money? Okay. Two, if a lot of banks are caught and brokerages and stuff are caught falsifying documents to make people's income look higher to get them this mortgage, then what if they really don't qualify and they're really in hot water? How do people buy food? You know, half at risk of defaulting. So one, who lends this money? And if they know it's going to go into default, why do they allow it? Like, upper management are looking at the numbers. I know you have bad debt that you could write off, but this is mental. Like, are the underwriters blind? Are the underwriters even going by the book anymore? How are they allowing the lenders to lend this money? I don't know. Toronto real estate buyers scramble to get into the market and increasingly taking out high ratio mortgages with far too little income. This is a problem, people. This is something it's okay. All your life you're taught how to do, I mentioned this in another video. You're taught how things are done your entire life. Then you get to a point now in the last, 3 to 5 years, things like this are considered normal. Even though they're going against the grain, they're going against the tide, they're going against what practices are telling them not to do. This is crazy. It's beyond crazy. The number of people that shouldn't be purchasing Toronto real estate but are buying it anyway. How are they buying it if their debt service ratio doesn't fit? The debt service ratio is going to show that they cannot make the payment. Is skyrocketing. At least that's the consensus from the latest high ratio mortgage data we scored from the Bank of Canada, BOC. According to these statistics, more people are entering into high ratio mortgages. Sorry, guys. And they're not doing it with the high loan income ratio as well, and they're doing it with high as well. The combination makes these buyers perfect candidates for defaulting on the mortgages. High ratio mortgages are ones with minimum equity in the home, i.e. the down payment to the buyer was really small. The industry defines a high ratio mortgage as any mortgage with loan to value ratio, the LTV, more than 80 points, which basically means that anyone with less than 20 points down, these types of loans have little risk for the lender, since the borrower also has to pay the cost of securitization, aka they have to buy default insurance. Keep in mind, the default insurance the borrower is required to purchase actually covers the bank in the event of default, not the borrower. The borrower still assumes all risk. Wow. The CHMA or CMHA, whatever. Experts say that you have a loan to income ratio of less than 300% in plain English. This means your mortgage should be 3 times your gross income. This is huge. I just, I have no education, right? And, you know, I wouldn't never put myself into a predicament or set myself up for failure like this or shoot myself in the foot. You know, I'm not even that smart. And I'm beyond that so many stupid people are playing with their futures, playing with their kids' futures, and basically just destroying, I don't know. You should have $100,000 as a down payment, 25%. Any less, and your chances of carrying that loan becomes increasingly more difficult. If you're high average and have a mortgage over 300% of your annual income, you're at a large risk default. If that ratio exceeds 450, which is ludicrous, I've never even seen these numbers, and you're also a high ratio borrower on top of it, the odds are stacked against you. Toronto's seeing more high leverage loans with high loan to income ratio. Recently, Toronto has a massive increase in people who have high leverage loans and also have high loan to income ratios, according to the BOC. Almost half of the high ratio mortgages originated in Toronto in the third quarter of 2016. The LTI, loan to service ratio, exceeds 450 points. That's right. That's the right. 49% of high ratio mortgages also had a dangerous loan to income ratio. The same quarter in 2015 saw 41%. In the quarter 2014 was just 32%. And the loan has been rapidly deteriorating over the past couple of years. Now, this is a long article. I'm going to leave a link below. The problem is when you're calculating your TDS or your loan to service, whatever you want to call it, your LTV, whatever you want to call it, the problem is they don't factor in cell phone bills, car insurance, clothing you might buy through the month or the year. They don't factor in like many things, to be really frank with you. They do not factor many things in there. And most importantly is food. They're not averaging $200, $250 a week for food for a family of 3 or 4. So how do people eat? So if they at 49% TDS, they're way over the limit. So what do they do to buy food? That's been one of my, 35% TDS is great. 39%, you're really pushing it, and you got to get a second job, or you got to find someone, or you got to rent out a room. Because 39, 40% TDS is pretty high. 45%, you're in a gray area where the banks and the underwriters know that it's a bad loan. And then 50%, it's just retarded. Anyways. Comment below. I'll leave a link for the article through Better Dwelling. Let me know what you guys think. I'd really like to know. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. You see things that are wrong, but you still go ahead with it. And you know blatantly it's wrong. I don't know. Thanks for watching.